It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
Why can I still hear that music playing? Hold on.
It's all about humanity.
Why can I still hear that music playing? Hold on. Flipping Rumble? I am still not used to this. If this is going live on YouTube as well as Rumble, there's at least a minute delay before Rumble kicks off. And of course, when it kicks off, it starts playing the intro music and I don't know where it's coming from because I can't mute it until it kicks off. What a nightmare. Welcome, everyone. What does this go to prove? It's live, and when you're live, excuse me, you never know what is going to happen. So, anyway, it's good to see you all. I can see many of you joining. I'll come back to the chat shortly and give you guys a shout out. But the preliminaries are really important. Number one, timestamp. It is the 24th of July, 2025. And just to put it out there, this morning at 1 minute past midnight, I became a great granddad for the third time. Can you believe that, people? So if you want to give me a shout out, great granddad. I know I don't look old enough. 3 times, people. Madness. Secondly, disclaimer at the bottom, read it. There's going to be people finding this channel. It is imperative you do your own research and you don't listen to anything I've got to say. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I would encourage you all to go into the show notes and follow me somewhere else. Best place would be Rumble, of course. This is now streaming concurrently, I believe that's the right word, on YouTube and Rumble. It goes out on a platform called BitChute, but I never get any traction there. Only a load of idiots that don't know what they're talking about and think Bitcoin's a scam. But it goes out there anyway, just so I can get the message out to as many people as I can. Well worth following somewhere else because channels get taken down, including mine. Quick shout out to the show sponsors, the Best of Exmoor. Incredible holiday company down in the southwest corner of the United Kingdom, a beautiful part of the world called Exmoor National Park. Over 200 properties, or about 200 properties, and anything you could wish for, whether you want to be by the ocean, whether you want to be inland, whether you want 1 night, 20 nights, sleep 1, sleep 20. There is something for everyone over there. So please just at least scan the QR code and look around so that you are familiar with what Exmoor National Park has to offer in case at some point in the future you'd like to book and pay for a vacation either in Bitcoin or in crappy fiat. Your choice. Lastly, quick shout out, 23rd of August, if you're in or around Scotland, there is a conference taking place in Glasgow at the university. Scan the QR code. Incredible lineup of speakers up there for a one-day event. So a quick shout out to those guys. Okay, so back to me. Firstly, let's see who we've got in my chat. This is what I always do. Regulars, actually. John G's in. Mrs. UK is in. JB Bitcoiner, Chelsea Baz, Glyn. Good to see you on time, Glyn. As always, you must be a busy chap. Vinny Rondo is in the house, both on Rumble and on YouTube. Thank you, Vinny. Yorkie Bitcoiner, Chelsea Baz. We've got Steve Redding in the house. Janet Yellen's Liquidity. Hello, back to you. Somewhere in the mid US of A. Eddie Willers is with us. Leo is in the house. Good to see you, Leo. Johnny Midas is with us as well. That is about it. Yeah, you're right, Elaine. 21 million club this weekend. We'll have a plug for that at the end of the show. Okay, if anybody wants to get my attention, just type in UKBitcoinMaster, then a message, and for me, not you, it will flash up bright orange, and then it draws my attention to it. I'll give it a quick read and read it out if it is something of relevance. But what I want to do is get on with the show because I have no idea whether this show's going to go long or whether it's going to go short. Either way, I'm hoping you get some value from it because I decided to mix it up a little bit and just play around with some things. So got a mixture here of slides and a couple of short video clips. Hopefully one or two of them will make you laugh. But we've got that as well, followed by some tweets to pull the show together. So let's see how we go with it. So basically, what I wanted to talk to you about is what the thumbnail talks about, and that is this: the noise. The noise out there is monumental. And it is so easy for new people, not necessarily you guys in my chat, but the new people that come in. Maybe you bring them in, maybe I bring them in, maybe this channel brings them in. But the new people, it is so easy for them to have what we call unit bias, where they see Bitcoin at 118,645, and then they see, an alternative coin out there and think, well, that's pennies. Maybe that could be the next Bitcoin. So maybe I'll get a load of those as well. And I'm sure some of you in the chat have experienced this with people that you know. I know I certainly have. So what I wanted to do is to try to help you, if you're new, to unravel this. Bram VDB, welcome. Excuse me. And understand that for anybody to hold Bitcoin long term, to get into Bitcoin, go down the rabbit hole and understand why Bitcoin, close quotes, then hopefully this might help. So let's go back over to the desktop. Okay, so here's the first one. We keep hearing about Dogecoin, do we not? And Dogecoin, for those that don't know it, was invented as a meme coin. It was invented for a joke. Okay, and the only reason the damn thing's got value is because Elon Musk, with his whatever he suffers with, is it autism or ADHD or something he's got, he just feels the need to pump this silly daft dog coin that is not going to help anybody secure their family's financial future. So if we actually dig in and have a look at Search Assist, and let's read out a little bit about Dogecoin. Dogecoin has an intentionally abundant supply with 10,000 new coins mined every, not day, minute, and no maximum cap on its total supply. This means that the total number of Dogecoins in circulation continues to grow indefinitely over time. Unlike Bitcoin, which has a capped supply, Dogecoin has no maximum limit on the total number of coins that can be mined. This design allows for continuous issuance. So answer me a question. What is the point of that? Where's the value going to come from Dogecoin? And yet people keep buying it because of Musk. And, all he's going to do is get so many people, regular people like you and I, wrecked, lose their life savings. That's going to leave a sour taste in their mouth. It's going to probably push them away for a little while from even investigating Bitcoin, because noobs lump Bitcoin in the same category as Doge and all the rest. Joe Mellon, good to see you in the house. So there's Dogecoin. Let's move on. There's another coin called Ethereum. Okay, so you get clickbait headlines like this. And if you're a noob, I want you to imagine when you're looking for what coins maybe you should put your money into, and you see public companies now hold 3.2 billion worth of Ethereum, swelling past 865,000 ETH. You see another one. Here's why Ethereum ETF investors are outperforming Bitcoin, their counterparts, or outperforming their Bitcoin counterparts. Okay, so do you want to put your money in Ethereum? Well, here's the thing. Do you want to put your money in the safe hands of this guy?
And its properties are far better than all the rest of them. It's mathematical. No more double spend, it's encryptable. Put your cash in your brain or it's terrible. A new form of wealth begins.
Oh my Lord. If you don't know and you're new, that is Vitalik Buterin. He's the founder of Ethereum. And, it's laughable, but would I put my hard-earned proof of work pounds into a coin run by that guy? A guy that runs a chain that moved from proof of work to proof of stake. I believe it was, when was it? It was about June 22 or July 22. I can't quite remember. We'll have a look in a minute. They've rolled back the chain as well, which you should never do. And then you take a look at what has happened to Ethereum since that merge and spurge and blurge and everything that Matt Crasher always refers to. Well, that dotted line is the 12th of September 22. And in fact, I believe it was the 15th of September when the merge to proof of stake away from proof of work kicked in. And whilst they had a little pump, what then happened? And look at Ethereum against Bitcoin over time. So when you see articles like, I'm going to try and bring this up. Hang on. Is it that one? Yeah. Ethereum ETF investors are outperforming their Bitcoin counterparts. Well, anybody can look at this chart and say, whoa, look at Ethereum. But when you look back since their merge to proof of stake, you can see that it's only gone in one direction. Then we've got this one, Solana. Now, I can't have a massive comment on Solana because I haven't dug into it. I keep hearing Solana is the Ethereum killer. But if Solana's like Ethereum, it is complex, complicated. You don't really know what you're investing in. And maybe Solana's a really, really good coin. And maybe it's going to stand the test of time. And maybe it is going to be the tech of the future and all that. But I choose to put my hard-earned dollars, pounds, into Bitcoin. I'll leave that one with you there. Okay, what else? Bitcoin maxes criticize, but XRP keeps winning. Lawyer responds. Another one. XRP hits new all-time high after 7 years as market cap tops 200 billion. Okay, let's have a look at XRP and what Search Assist says about XRP. XRP has a maximum supply of 100 billion tokens, which means no more XRP can be created beyond this limit. 21 million, 100 billion. Think of scarcity. Currently, about 59.18 billion XRP are in circulation, representing 59% of the total supply. A significant portion of XRP is held in escrow by Ripple Labs to manage the supply and maintain market stability. In other words, a pre-mine given to the investors that got in first so that they can make all the money. That's how I see it. And then, do you want to put your hard-earned dollars stroke pounds into a chain where its founder promised Kamala Harris to support Kamala Harris's presidential campaign? It's like, why do I keep bleating on week in, week out, month in, month out, and I'm going to say year in, year out? Just buy, hold Bitcoin in cold storage, and then live your life. Just live your life. Stop watching the charts and get on with and enjoy life. Because I'm telling you, when the Earth's been here billions of years, 70 to 80 years on this planet is a blip in time. And coming from me, who my wife says I'm constantly going on about this, where does nearly 7 decades go when 1 minute you're 21 and the next minute you're rolling on towards the big 70? And it's really, really scary. Why waste that precious time? Live your life. Just buy and hold the king of cryptocurrency, which is never going to be dethroned. Nothing is ever going to catch it. And if you're new, you need to learn about first mover advantage. You need to learn about network effects. I'm not going to cover them on here, but it's so important you learn about them. You need to learn why Bitcoin is scarce. But scarce is no good if it isn't decentralized, i.e. no one entity can control it, manipulate it, change it, roll it back, etc. You need to look at the hash power that sits behind the Bitcoin network, the biggest amount of hash power on planet Earth, yada, yada, yada. I could go on and I could go on and I could go on. Simply, when I say buy and hold Bitcoin, it is not out of something that I've learned to parrot twice a week. I'm saying it because I've done my own proof of work, I've done my own research, and I know that Bitcoin is the one coin that I want to hold for my family's future when I'm no longer here, that will still be around in 100, 500, maybe even 1,000 years' time. We move on. Back here, this one came up. Even British TV pundits agree that selling the UK's Bitcoin holdings would likely go down as a colossal mistake. This was from skynews.com, and I've got the clip here.
Does it sound like a sort of canny move, this?
I don't think so, actually, mainly because it would almost, I think, be for Rachel Reeves what selling the gold was for Gordon Brown. I don't see any indication that Bitcoin, the value of it, is set to fall. If anything, it's continually rising. And whilst it may be a short-term solution to Rachel Reeves' problems, I can very much imagine in 5 years or so, if Bitcoin continues its meteoric rise, that Rachel Reeves will be completely condemned for selling such a huge amount of wealth at a market level that would then prove quite low. The problems, of course, of Rachel Reeves, I would argue, are of her own making. So to be, basically...
Not totally of her own making.
Largely. I mean, she told us last year, of course, that she'd fixed the foundations, that it was a one-off set of tax rises.
Yeah, right.
And now, because of various U-turns and growth has been paltry for all sorts of reasons, she's now having to scrabble down the back of the proverbial sofa and is looking at sort of selling the family silver for short-term fundraising, and I think that's unconscionable.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the problem. What she's going to do if she sells that Bitcoin, and I know I had Freddie New from the Bitcoin Policy UK on last week or the week before, I lose track of time now, and he was saying that there is lots of bureaucracy, red tape, etc. Who the hacker that came, or the scammer that came to the UK, where she got the Bitcoin from, etc. So I know there's a lot of nuances around it, but still, like Freddie New said, all they got to do is change a couple of lines of wording in some document, and it would mean they could hold that Bitcoin. But here's the thing. If she sells that Bitcoin, I'm telling you from a UK perspective, and what do I know? I've just had this gut feeling, and I always go with my gut. It never lets you down. And that is that she is trying to put a Band-Aid on a gash that is 2 foot long. And it's just a total waste of time. And they're going to have total egg on their face if they do this. And if they do, they do. But it won't affect my family's Bitcoin holding. So, you know what? We move on, people. Okay, quick shout out. If you're not on the Orange Pill app, I would encourage you to get on it. A great app for Bitcoiners. You can try it out for 1 month, a year's subscription, a lifetime membership like Elaine and I have got. If you want to try it out and you want to connect with Bitcoiners across the world, then use the link in the show notes and you will get 5,000 sats from Orange Pill app once you've taken a subscription. Second show sponsors, By the Book Accountancy. This is Robin Thatcher. He is the founder and CEO of By the Book. Also goes by the name of Crypto Tax Help if you are Googling them. An incredible UK accountant that is fully conversant with Bitcoin, crypto and the rest. He's been on my show a couple of months back. He will tell you he's a hardened, hard-nosed, brown-nosed Bitcoiner. He works with the Bitcoin Policy Institute. I can't say institute. It's the Bitcoin Policy in the UK. The institute is in the US. To lobby government, lobby parliament to make changes to become more Bitcoin and crypto friendly. So he's very, very well versed. And with the changes coming up in January, I would encourage you all, book a 30-minute appointment. Tell him you've come through UKBitcoinMaster's site. That's so important. Because he's a show sponsor, and obviously he'll know who I am, and that might go some way to help you. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just checking the chat. UK Bitcoin Master. Rachel Reeves is incompetent and way out of her depth, just like the full cat. Do you know something, Yorkie? I couldn't agree more, but I don't know enough about politics apart from I just know that they're all corrupt, they all take backhanders, they all do what is in it for them so that they can see their term out and leave it, with a nice clean resume, slate, whatever you want to call it. They do not have the interest of the people at heart. They have their own interests at heart. And I think that's politicians across the world. So for me, I'm a firm believer in separate money and state, most definitely. But I'm even a bigger believer in buying and storing your coins offline and then enjoying your life and being self-sovereign. But you know what? The really sad thing is most people will not be self-sovereign, but I'll keep preaching it. We go on. Okay. Look on chain. James Wynn. Remember, I've been talking about James Wynn, the guy with a massive following who's got wrecked, lost everything, just got hit with another round of liquidations. Even after depositing another 1.25 million into Hyperliquid, his balance has already dropped back to under 300k. Look, when I'm talking about Bitcoin Signal, what I'm talking about is avoid people like this person like the plague. Ignore the clickbait articles like the plague. Try and find pure Bitcoin Signal. I would defy you to go back through 7.25 years of live streaming that I've been doing and find anywhere where I've shilled something else. I might have shilled Luno just to give you £10 worth of free Bitcoin by registering, but literally that was just to help people get 10 quid's worth of free Bitcoin. But after a couple of months of doing it, I realized this just does not sit comfortable with me, and I had to pull away because I want you to have pure, unadulterated Bitcoin Signal. And that's what this show is about. Okay, here's another one. Several top crypto analysts have predicted that Useless Coin is the next Solana meme coin to rally after top meme coins Pengu, whatever it is, Bonk, and Fartcoin. Can you believe that? Experts are giving 1 billion targets. Do you agree with them? This is the problem. Pengu, Fartcoin. How can you even take them seriously enough to put your money into them unless you're a gambler stroke speculator? And I'm not. I'm risk averse. Now, I did put a lot into Bitcoin we put a lot into Bitcoin back in 2017, but I just had this gut feeling from what I'd learned that I was in the right place at the right time. And this was the only place to park my family's hard-earned money for the future. Paul, good to see you live. Fantastic to have you in the house live, Paul. So, Pengu, Fartcoin, and dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Do I need to say any more? Watch your guru. Federal Housing Director Bill Pulte says Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's resignation speech is coming soon. There's this big debate about whether he's going to go, whether he's going to resign, whether Trump's going to kick him out. I don't know anything about it. I don't know enough to know anything, but I thought this was worth sharing with you all. Here's another one. Police inadvertently reveals, I'm going to say the suspect revealed his Bitcoin seed phrase on a body cam. So he should have never got it out in the first place. You'll have a look in a minute. Memorize your seed phrase or use secure storage. Never carry it, never show it to anyone, and always keep it private. Take a look at this.
I know, it would be on the normal state of Nevada badge.
Quick question. You have access to a database to see if somebody was staying in Nevada?
So there's like steps too. I don't know what siren.
Oh, this is that crypto shit. This is a crypto phrase.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
Remember how
yeah.
I was telling you guys
Yep.
random words?
Okay.
So he might have insurance stuff.
Yeah, let me go in there.
People, never, ever, ever do that. Never take a photograph. Never create a digital copy of your seed words. If you can, stamp it into metal, or if you can't, get yourself a fireproof envelope to put your seed words in that is got a high enough fire rating and to give you the best chance. Your seed words shouldn't be where you're at either, and don't keep your seed words ever with your hardware device. There's a few top tips that I would give you free of charge from me. How about that? Okay, back to the desktop. Here's one. Peter, he's at it again. I nearly called him by his full name, but look at this one. is he changing? Ether is back near the upper end of his trading range again. If you own any, this is a great time to sell. As much as it pains me to say, selling Ether and buying Bitcoin with the proceeds is a better trade than holding ETH. It's like, oh my God, did he really tweet that out? Well, he did. It's on his Twitter or on his X, I should say. But you know what? He's still not. I don't know whether he is a believer. I mean, why would he go to a Bitcoin conference if he's a non-believer in Bitcoin? I don't get that, because he's going to get trounced by all the Bitcoiners trying to shill his Euro-Pacific gold. I don't quite get it why he was there. So there's something going on, actually, with Shifty Pete that we don't really know about, and I believe that he's probably got some. Howard, no reason to fart around, buy Bitcoin and hodl. Get in there, Howard. That is my man. Couldn't agree with you more. Here's another one. Who knows this name? His name is Gareth Soloway. He is the biggest Bitcoin bear I've ever come across. Yeah, he's a analyst, strategy analyst, and he's got his Market Mavericks platform. But you know what? The amount of times he's put in buy orders that Bitcoin never ever goes down to, and he'll never ever admit that. But again, if you're watching Gareth Soloway, people, don't listen to what he's saying. Find people that really get this thing, because he is trading this thing or analyzing this thing as if it is a tech stock. Bitcoin is not a tech stock. It is an invention. It's an innovation. It is up there with the printing press, the invention of the wheel, flight, steel, fire. It's going to change the frigging world. It is not a tech stock. And that's how he's measuring it. I watched a podcast earlier today where someone said, was it Mark Moss? I can't quite remember. But he said, people don't know what is right in the middle of the S-curve of a new adoption. It is the S-curve, the middle part of the S-curve that we are entering right now, where all hell can break loose. So sell your Bitcoin and buy a Lambo at your peril, people, really. We're going back to the desktop because I had to share this one with you. Look at this one. July 2014, one Bitcoin, $650. July 2015, 255 by the dip. July 15 again, 272. I bought 11 Bitcoin for 3K. We're going down. July 17, 2,500. Sell. July 17, I bought a brand new 2017 V6 Ford Mustang for 27,500. July 20, BTC 10,000. I could have sold for 110. What? 110? July 20? I don't know what that is. One BTC 3,000. July 2022 is that? That's small. I could have bought a house. One BTC 60,000. I could have bought two houses. BTC 120 grand. I could have retired. Look at the bottom. But instead, I just have this 8-year-old Ford Mustang. People, pay attention to that. Okay? Okay, so I've got this video coming up, a short clip from Saylor. I watched him on BTC Sessions this morning. Brilliant. I found this 27-second clip.
I think that if you're actually an individual and you're using Bitcoin right now, you're one of the early pioneers. If you keep it, you'll be insanely rich. If you take money off the top or you sell it, then you'll remember that you used to have billions of dollars of Bitcoin, but you sold it for Ferrari, and that will be unfortunate.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? Even if you pay $250,000 for Ferrari and then Bitcoin goes to 10 million, the Ferrari cost you 10 million ultimately, which is really, really scary. Okay, quick shout out. We've got the 21 Million Club this weekend, regular time, 8 p.m. London. BitcoinMaster, welcome. Come and join us if you are part of the group. If you're not part of the group and you want to know how you could join the group, you can message me. There is a messaging link in my Linktree platform at the bottom. There is a criteria, but we do this once a month. Really, really looking forward to that. Oh, God, I got another error on the stream's bitrate. Oh, dear. Hopefully you're watching this okay and you're getting it all right. here is my SATS addresses for those wanting to support the show. I'm going to get rid of that because it's not about SATS. But here's what I want to do. I promise you all, not once did I ever do any timings for this different show. And here we are. It is 20 seconds off of 30 minutes. And I'm mega chuffed. Do you know why? Because I love to keep my shows to 30 minutes. And we're done. So for those of you that are coming on Saturday, I'll catch you on the 21 Million Club. For those that aren't, Monday, 6 p.m, subscribe, come and join me live. I do my best to inspire you all to hold your Bitcoin. Whoa, UK Bitcoin Farmers just joined in. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. We're just about to end. Please retweet this. Please, if you're on Rumble, subscribe and also like it so that we can get the Rumble numbers creeping up. Before you leave, please hit the like button. I've got way more viewers than I have likes. But that's it. I'm done. I want to wish you all a fantastic weekend, whatever you are up to. It's just a rider's just joined as well. You're all coming in now. I finished. Go back to the beginning and watch on 1.5x because this was a show with a difference and you should not miss it. I'll catch you all on Monday. And as I always do, I just got to leave you with Chelsea Baz's song. And Baz, you might want to put in the chat how Vinny Rondo can find that song. In fact, Vinny, if you go to YouTube and you type in the search bar, Hello Earth Rabbit Hole, it will come up. Hello Earth Rabbit Hole. Anyway, I will catch you all on Monday, guys. Here's my social media links with Chelsea Baz's song about broken money.